What's up everyone, Giant Opinions. Today, I'm going to be doing my MLB All Star ballot with all the finalist candidates. I'm going to explain why I'm picking who, and who do I think gets in the All Star game? Let me show you. Alright, so how I'm going to do this is basically I'm just going to be going from American League to the National League, and we're going to be staying at the same position, so when we do it. So first off, we got the American League. We got Jose Abreu, Vlad Guerrero Jr., and Yuli Gurriel. And it's really between just Vlad Jr. and Yuli Gurriel. You look at the numbers. Yuri Gurriel is having a really good season, but Vlad Guerrero, I mean, he's the MVP right now in the American League over Shohei Ohtani, in my opinion. Still, he's so good. This is his true breakout season, and he's looking like his father, man. He's looking like a great player. He deserves to be the first baseman. And for the National League, I think it's Max Muncy. Freddie Freeman, he's been getting hot recently, but if you look at the stats, Max Muncy is better in everything. He's amazing this season at taking walks. His WAR this season is very good too. Without him, the Dodgers would be a lot of a different team. They got him for a steal. I don't know how their GM does it, but he deserves to be the first baseman of the All-Star game. Great player all around. Second base now. Jose Altuve, DJ LeMahieu, and Marcus Semien. Usually I'd be voting DJ LeMahieu just because I think he is one of the more underrated players. Even back in Colorado, I liked him, but I think for this, it's really between Altuve and Semien. Like, their numbers are just so close. It's hard to really pick one over the other. But I think I'm just going to go with Marcus Semien. I understand Jose Altuve. I think there's not really a wrong option here because both of them are deserving of the All-Star game. So hopefully one of them makes it in if the other one doesn't. So I'm just going to vote Marcus Semien here. I mean, he had an amazing May. It was unreal. He's on a one-year deal too. And the Blue Jays offense, man, they got some absolute beasts out there. So for second base, we got Ozzie Albies, Adam Frazier, and Gavin Lux. And Gavin Lux should not be here. We all know that. Adam Frazier is having an unreal season. He still leads the whole MLB in base hits. He has a good average. He doesn't hit home runs, but it doesn't mean everything. Without him, the Pirates are complete trash. Like, right now, they're complete trash, but they're not complete trash because of Adam Frazier. Albies is still a better player than him, but I mean, Frazier's having a great season. He's got to be the pick here in my eyes. Has to be Adam Frazier. And now for third base in the American League, this is a tough one. This is really, really tough because we got Alex Bregman, he's usually one of the better third basemen, not this season. Rafael Devers is having an insane campaign this season, hitting. And Yohan Moncada, even though he doesn't have the home run numbers, he's still having a really, really good season if you really look at it in some of the lesser-known stats. But I think I do have to go with Rafael Devers. As much as Yohan Moncada is impressing this season, Devers, he is doing phenomenal. 924 OPS, almost 20 home runs, 64 RBIs. He is one of the heart and souls of the Red Sox offense, so I have to pick him. For the National League, we got Nolan Arenado. He's winning right now. He is first place. It would be Chris Bryant probably before the past 2 weeks, but Bryant has really been struggling the past 2 weeks. Therefore, I'm not going to pick him. Still having a pretty solid season, though. But I'm going to go with Justin Turner. I think he's having a more impressive campaign. He's on the older side. I think he's like 36 or something. Tremendously old. Arenado, he's the best third baseman still in baseball. But Justin Turner is a little bit more impressive. He has really helped the Dodgers when all of their other players have been out. I mean, he's having a very good season. He's 36 years old, and he's putting up numbers like these, an 849 OPS, a 285 average with 12 home runs and 40 RBIs. And this isn't everything, too. He's getting base hits. He's actually playing pretty good defensively, too, this season, if you look at defensive WAR. So it's got to be Justin Turner. I don't blame you for voting Arenado, but I feel like Turner is a little bit more impressive this season to where he kind of deserves it. All right, so now we have shortstops. Bo Bichette, young player, but he actually has some pretty good stats. OPS isn't really as good as the others, though, so that drags him down. I'm not going to vote him. We've got Xander Bogaerts, who's doing amazing at the plate, and Carlos Correa, too. He's also doing really good. Correa is probably the better all-around player because he could play a better defense. Xander Bogaerts is amazing swinging the bat, though, but honestly, I don't know, Xander Bogaerts is really, really good. This is tough. I don't blame you voting either player. If you're just judging off offense, I guess Xander Bogaerts is the clear and definite player to vote for. But I'm actually going to go Carlos Correa. You know, the Astros are actually having a secretly really, really good season. And the fact that Correa can do offense and defense, and this is his prove-it year because he's heading into free agency, I think it's really impressive, man. The Astros with Correa and Altuve, they've really woken up after last season, which was a struggle. Correa, he's a great player, man. He was picked number 1 overall in 2012 for a reason, and I'm gonna vote him. Xander Bogaerts deserves to be in the All-Star game. I'm just gonna say that this is more kind of from an impressive standpoint. If it wasn't for the A's, the Astros would be the clear-cut favorites to win the AL West. And for shortstop, I am a Giants fan. I love me Brandon Crawford this season. Surprisingly, he's been a beast, but I mean, come on. It's Fernando Tatis Jr. He's missed a lot of games, too, compared to these other guys, and he still has 25 home runs, and he's missed, like, I don't know, maybe 10-plus games. That's really, really good. His OPS is almost it's almost in the 1100s. That's unreal. I saw him play in person. He's a top 3 player in baseball. He is the 5-tool baseball player that you want. I want to see him in the shortstop. I want to see him in the All-Star game over Brandon Crawford at shortstop. He's just amazing. I like watching good baseball, and I respect good players even if they're on enemy teams, and Fernando Tatis is that type of guy. So catcher for the American League, we look at the 2 first catchers for the American League, and we see they have 180 averages. Even though Grandal has an 804 OPS, he's taking walks galore. Maldonado, I mean, how does he even get here? It's Salvador Perez. I don't care if Grandal is the higher OPS. Salvador Perez, he has actually been clicking this season offensively. He is a huge part of this Royals team that is kind of hovering over the 500, sub-500 part, but without him, they would definitely be below 500 most of the time. So with the National League, though, it's clear and obvious. It's Buster Posey, the San Francisco Giant, man. He's playing like an MVP this season again. He's doing so well at the plate. He's great defensively. And he missed 2 years of baseball basically in a row. And he's somehow lighting it up. Huge credit to him. He's getting older, but man, this might be his last All-Star game. Gotta vote him in. The other guys are great players, but they're not having a good season in comparison to Buster Posey. It's the outfield. This is where it gets super interesting, and I might get some people not too happy at me. So we have Michael Brantley, who's actually lighting it up with the average-wise. He has really picked up heat lately. Byron Buxton, he was great when he's healthy, but he hasn't been healthy. He doesn't deserve to make the All-Star game. He's a great player, but he doesn't deserve to make it. Adolis Garcia, he's coming onto the scene. Randall Grichuk, every Blue Jays fan's favorite player. Teoscar Hernandez is doing great. Aaron Judge, all rise. He's having a really good season, even though the Yankees suck right now. Cedric Mullins, I'm just going to put a star next to him. He deserves it, man. He's playing on a really shitty team, and he's still putting up great numbers. A 946 OPS, 14 home runs, 30 RBIs. It's not the most, but I think he bats a leadoff, too. So, I mean, he's having a super impressive season. We all love Mike Trout. Still the best player in baseball, but, man, can't do it. He's been hurt too long. Alex Verdugo, he's had a good season, but, I mean, he doesn't really stack up to the other players, in my opinion. So, Cedric Mullins is one. We look at the other guys. I kind of want to put Michael Brantley in. I'm not going to lie. I think Michael Brantley does kind of deserve to make the All-Star game. I think he has had a very good offensive season, and he's older. He's older than a guy like Teoscar Hernandez, and the Astros are clicking because of the offense, and he is a part of that. I mean, when they signed him from the Indians, he struggled with injuries, and now he's kind of healthy all the time. He's been playing very well. He's getting hot, too, so I'm going to ride the hot hand right now. I think he is the better player as of right now. Hernandez is still younger. Aaron Judge or Teoscar Hernandez. I like Adolis Garcia, but I think Aaron Judge still deserves it. When you look at the WAR, when you look at the impact he has on the Yankees, he's actually healthy for once. A 904 OPS. It is the better one out of all the remaining players on the ballot that have played most of the games, because Byron Buxton and Mike Trout, we all know that. I don't know. I might go Teoscar Hernandez, though. You know, after a long time of thinking, I think I will end up giving it to Teoscar Hernandez, just because this is a guy who not many people know about. Everyone knows about Aaron Judge. Oh, he's phenomenal. He's the Yankee superstar. No one really talks about Teoscar Hernandez, and he's actually been having a very good past 3 years with the Blue Jays. It's actually kind of impressive, and because of that, I'm just going to vote him in, man. I kind of like seeing the lesser-known players get into the All-Star game, and there's already going to be millions of people that vote for Aaron Judge, so I might as well just vote for Teoscar Hernandez. Even though Judge is the better player, obviously, Teoscar Hernandez is having a better season at the plate, swinging the bat, taking walks. It's Aaron Judge, but still, both of them deserve the All-Star game. Either one, there's not really a wrong option there. For the National League, this is where it's kind of obvious, in my opinion, man. We're just going to put Nick Castellanos in there immediately. He is having the best offensive season if it wasn't for Vlad Guerrero Jr., in my opinion. Even better than Shohei Ohtani. Castellanos is just swinging a freaking nice bat, man. You'd love to see it if you're a Reds fan. Even if you're not a Reds fan, I still like seeing clips of him hitting grand slams, man. He's an exciting player to watch. Jesse Winker, he almost has an 1,000 OPS. He used to go there too. 2 Cincinnati Reds. I know everyone's done that, but it's true, man. How do you not vote both of these guys in? They're so freaking good. And this leaves us with other options. Bryce Harper, still underrated now because people like to shit on him, but he doesn't deserve it over the other players. Jock Peterson, nope. Juan Soto is a great hitter, but he still has good numbers this season, but he doesn't have better numbers compared to some other people. Chris Taylor is a guy who I think actually needs to have some more respect put on his name. He struggled a lot the past few years with the Dodgers, but man, he's been very impactful for them. He's been playing the outfield, he can play anywhere, and he's swinging a good bat, so I just want to throw credit to him. Because before I recorded this, I thought of it maybe voting him into the All Star game just because of his kind of surprise this season in really becoming one of the better players on the Dodgers since everyone's been injured all the time. But I think it does have to be Ronald Acuna Jr. I love Mike Yastrzemski, but come on, man. Takes walks, but he's struggling at the plate. So Mookie Betts, great player too, but it's got to be Ronald Acuna Jr. That is the National League outfield that I'm picking, like everyone else. And then DH, I mean, Shohei Ohtani. Listen, man, Yordan Alvarez and JD Martinez wholeheartedly deserve it, but the things that Ohtani is pitching too, and he's DHing, and he's sometimes playing the outfield. He deserves to be the DH, just because he's had an unreal, impressive season. I don't know what I was trying to go for, but this is my All-Star Game ballot. I'm going to scroll up a little bit. Shohei Ohtani, the outfield for both sides, the catcher, the shortstop, the third base, second base, and first base. Who is probably my most controversial pick on here? It might be Correa over Bogarts, or probably Justin Turner over Arenado. But this is my All-Star Game ballot. I hope you guys did enjoy this. We're waiting for the news on trades, man. I am waiting to make trade videos, but this is what I'm going to do. For now, let me know if you guys want to see anything, any kind of speculative videos, tell me about it. I'd be down to make any of those videos. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.